Isekai lovers, ISEKAIGEN is out now, and it's completely designed by me. It's a fun text RPG where you go on adventures, get waifus or husbandos, build your own cool power systems, go on quests, and do battle. Check out isekaigen.com or wait till the time code for the full announcement. If you can't find love in the real world, then it's time to find love in another world. Here are the 10 best romance isekai anime that came out in the 2020s. Let's go! Number 10, chilling in my 30s after getting fired from the Demon King's army.
手をつなぎましょう。
え、なんで？
はぐれないようにするためです。
他に手段はありませんか？
なら抱き合います？
遠慮します。
They really should have given the main character a better character design. It makes it easier for me to convince people to give this a shot. Anyways, for over 3 decades, Daryl has served faithfully in the Demon King's army, despite one big problem. He can't use magic. When he is finally kicked off, he is saved by a human girl named Malika and is invited to her village. That's when the guy starts to realize he's less of a demon and more of a human.
私は子供ができても旦那様のこともちゃんと大事にしますから。
なぜ俺に言う？
It's safe to say this anime did not go the direction I expected it to go. I was expecting another isekai cringe fest, but instead I got an isekai protagonist who got the girl, got married, did the dude, and became a father all within the first 6 episodes of the anime. Screw solo leveling, this should get appointed as anime of the year. Usual romance anime take at least 5 seasons just so the couple can hold hands, but this has no barriers and even tackles some themes like fatherhood along the way. So this has a special place in my heart. Haven't you heard? ISEKAIGEN is released. For those who don't know, ISEKAIGEN is a browser-based text RPG game I've been working on for the last 3 months. I was inspired by the countless isekai anime I've been consuming like a maniac, and thought it'd be nice for us isekai fans to have our own isekai-inspired text RPG. You can create your own world or choose any world others have created. One great thing here is how you can play as any character you want. For example, in this world, we have 1 prince and 3 brides, so you can either play as the prince, who is going to marry one of them, or all of them, but don't tell anyone I said that. Or you could play as one of the brides, or you could completely create a new character and play as that character. Isn't that awesome? There are 2 modes. Think of free mode like creative mode in Minecraft, where you can literally do anything and go on an infinite text adventure without stress, but quest mode, oh boy, this is where things get fun. You can search for quests in the world, accept any quests you like, and complete quests and level up. You can always track your relationship with characters and unlock new secrets as their relationship increases. You can do battles. Yes, that's right. You got some cool turn-based combat and a completely new power system for each world where you can equip attacks, damage enemies, get rewards, and level up. If you think, hey, I want to create my own world, then you can do that too. You can try the one-click world generator right here. Write what you want and follow the usual process. Or if you're a more detailed guy like me, you can create your own world from scratch with your own characters, factions, and even power systems with crazy OP awesome attacks. Try out ISEKAIGEN now. You get 50 free credits, but if you use the code ISEKAIDEN, then you get 100 free credits. This promo code's only valid for a limited time, so don't be late. Now, back to the video. Number 9, my one-hit kill sister.
この端正な顔立ち、きめ細やかな肌、抱きしめがいのあるフォルム、そして鼻腔をくすぐるいい匂い。
Yes, the title describes anime more than I can. Asahi Ikusaba, a hardcore otaku, thinks he's hit the jackpot when he's transported to another world with cheat skills, straight out of his favorite games. But the problem is he's not as overpowered as he hoped. Just when things get dicey, his sister Maya shows up, wielding the insane powers he thought he had. Now these two are stuck in the fantasy world trying to find a way back home, but with the Demon King's army on the horizon, it's clear Maya's got a bigger role to play.
お姉ちゃんも朝日の数値の秘密を知りたいぞ。そう、例えば朝日の体にあるほくろの数。
Look, if any of you want this show to expect some hard-hitting isekai story, then grab the nearest broomstick and bonk yourself on the head. This is one of those shows you watch for the comedy and the crazy brother-sister dynamic that Japan seems to love. It's also kind of surprising how the sister's more of the chosen one rather than our main character. Number 8, the magical revolution of the reincarnated princess and the genius young lady.
どちらに向かわれて。 父上とグランツ校のところ。どうして？私は略奪姫だからね。私にユフィリア城をくださいってお願いするの。
Time for some Isekai Yuri. Princess Annis isn't your typical royal, especially since she can't do magic, which basically makes her the black sheep of the kingdom. Instead of sulking, she gives up her throne to her younger brother, Algard, and sets off to reinvent magic itself using tech and knowledge from her past life on Earth. Meanwhile, Algard publicly dumps his fiancée, Yuffie, who then ends up roped into working alongside Annis.
空の旅へようこそ、ユフィリア城。
What really makes this show pop is Annis herself. She's unpredictable, passionate, and so much fun to watch when you can't help but root for her. The story's slow burn isekai reveal is a nice spin, blending fantasy with sci-fi vibes without shoving it down your throat. Sure, this anime tones down some of the crazier character moments from the source material, but it still nails the charm and creativity and gives you a nice isekai Yuri romance to watch. Number 7, Apocalypse Bringer Mayangara. World conquest starts with the civilization of ruin.
私はただタクト様に出会えたことが嬉しい。タクト様、また二人で始めませんか？
This is what I like to call Eminence in Shadow Light. Takuto Ira dies young and wakes up in a world that's basically his favorite strategy game, Eternal Nations. But here's the twist. He's not some random player. He's the god leading the bad guys, the evil Mayangara faction. Alongside his ace, Sludge Witch Atto, he's got to reboot a civilization that's known for being super tough to handle.
あいつら交渉下手くそなのですが。まあまあ。 放っておいてもタクト様の邪魔になります。さっさと皆殺しにしましょう。
I know I called this Eminence in Shadow Light, but there's a ton of original stuff in here too. Watching Takuto and Atto work their magic is still pretty satisfying, and the show nails that combo of strategic moves and quirky fantasy elements, making you root for the evil side like never before. Sure, it's not reinventing the wheel, but the chemistry and world building totally pull you in. If you love those smarts and swords kinds of plots with a side of charm, this one's worth your time. Number 6, how a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom.
おはようリシャ。
おはよう。いつからそこに？
いつからってさっきからだけど。
なんで？
いや気持ちよさそうに寝てるなって。
Civilization fans gather around. Kazuya Soma, a 19-year-old aspiring civil servant, gets an unexpected reboot after his grandfather's death. He's summoned to the struggling Elfrieden kingdom to be its hero. But instead of wielding swords or magic, Kazuya approaches his new role as king with a bureaucrat's mindset. And the old king here is so kind as to hand over their daughter to him, who looks exactly like a character from Freight Grand Order.
ちょっと、そんなに強くしがみつかないでよ。
いやだって結構怖いんだぞ。
情けないわね。
What I love about this anime is how it flips the usual isekai formula on its head. No over-the-top powers, just a guy using good old common sense, economics, and diplomacy to fix a kingdom. Sure, there isn't some high-level political tension like Code Geass, and there are harem moments thrown into each episode, but hey, at least this isekai is about kingdom building and not getting overpowered and kicking ass. Number 5, Villainous Level 99. I may be the hidden boss, but I'm not the Demon Lord.
俺から頼んだことだろ。授業中にまた吹っ飛ばされても困るからな。
最近は力加減を練習しているわ。このレベル60用魔法版でね。
なんだそれ。
Who needs a fun, cute villainess in their anime? Sure, there are tons of villainous shows these days, but how about an overpowered villainess? This story is about a college girl who just wants a peaceful life, but then she gets reborn as Yumiella, the secret villainess in an Otame RPG. So, what's her plan? Is she going to unleash chaos? Nope, she's all about taking it easy, laying low, and avoiding evil whenever possible.
その護符本当に必要か？
護符の効果で強くなった闇魔法を今ここで見せてやろうか。
That is, until her gamer instincts kick in and she grinds her way up to level 99. Suddenly, everyone thinks she's the next Demon King. Villainous level 99 flips the usual trope in a totally fresh way. Let's talk about Yumiella herself. She's one of a kind. And just look at her expression. It screams, I don't care about your drama, just let me live my quiet life. So don't get on her bad side. She's a villainess in level 99. Number 4, no longer allowed in another world.
美しい湖でしょ。
美しい。思わず受水したくなるほどに。
This is what happens when Osamu Dazai gets reincarnated into a fantasy world. Instead of dying, he gets hit by a truck and ends up in a fantasy world. Now, his main goal is to find Sachan, the girl he likes, hoping she's also in this new realm. Along the way, he meets Tama, a martial artist he saves, and Annette, a priestess wooed by his strong personality.
なんてはしたない殿方に膝枕してもらうなんて何事です寒かったんだからしょうがないでしょ
This felt so good since it came in a year where Isekai Anime copy-pasted the regular overpowered guy plot everywhere. It takes the usual annoying Isekai tropes and flips it by focusing less on flashy powers and more on psychological battles. Plus, the moral gray areas add some real depth. The story also flows smoothly and manages to be both funny but also thought-provoking when needed. It's really nice to have an anime like this instead of your usual Isekai power fantasy. Number 3, why Raeliana ended up at the Duke's mansion.
私の視界から5分以上消えないように。
ご冗談を女性にはお化粧を直す時間も必要ですのよ
When Rinko Hanasaki dies suddenly, she gets reborn as Raeliana Macmillan, a minor character in a novel she read. As the eldest daughter of a wealthy baron, she lives a carefree life until her fiancé, Lord Francis Brooks, plans her death. Not wanting her fate sealed, Raeliana tries to break off her engagement, but Francis isn't playing along. So she strikes a deal with Duke Noah Windknight. She'll keep his secrets if she becomes her fake fiancé.
だけどあなたは必ず誰かを愛することになるはずです
Like I've always said, this is genuinely one of the best romance stories out there. The chemistry between Raeliana and Noah feels really natural, like watching live-action romance unfold, which is rare in anime. The story is fresh with enough lore and world building to keep things interesting, and the art is drop-dead gorgeous, which is surprising for an anime like this. Just like how No Longer Allowed in Another World becomes original among isekai power fantasies, this gets original among the isekai villainous genre. Number 2, trapped in a dating sim, the world of otame games is tough for mobs.
一人だけ頼れそうなのに心当たりあるから少しは力になれるかも。
Imagine getting blackmailed into playing a dating sim set in a world ruled by women. Nightmare, right? Our guy grinds through the game with zero sleep until he finally wins, but plot twist, he falls down the stairs, passes out, wakes up, and realizes he's now Leon Faux Bartfort, the mob character stuck inside that very game. And turns out, the main heroine isn't actually the main heroine.
それにしても一体どうなってるなんでゲームと違うんだ
Now, this show seriously surprised me. The whole otame game isekai vibe sounds niche, but it nailed it. The plot didn't reinvent the wheel, but the concept is wild and fresh, mainly because the main heroine is now swapped with an actual villainess. I really think they should avoid the otame word in the title because most people are going to think this is targeted towards girls. Nope, this is targeted towards us guys who want to see large mecha battles and see our main character get the heroine's best friend, and the villain's mother. Number 1, Sword Art Online, the movie, progressive aria of a starless night.
風呂付き
あなたのとこでお風呂貸して
Want to see Sword Art Online from Asuna's eyes? Well, boy, you get the chance. Asuna Yuki is your typical high school star. Smart, social, and totally ready for exams. But when her friend Mito ropes her into the launch of Sword Art Online SAO, a new VR MMORPG, things flip fast. Players, including Asuna and Kirito, get trapped inside this digital death trap. Survive or die, for real. The only escape? Beat all 100 floors.
キリトこれがあなたの名前なんだこんなところにずっと書いてあったのね
Sword Art Online is like No Man's Sky. Starts out pretty bad, but got good sometime after the second season. And this movie is an effort to make the first season good again. And it does a very good job at it. If you thought the first season was a letdown, this flick might just change your mind. It has more clear pacing and emotional stakes. It's a solid 9 out of 10 on my scale, especially for SAO fans, but accessible enough to hook newcomers.